get started with the post-game press conference for the 109th Rose Bowl game presented by Prudential. I'm joined here by the Utah Utes. Coach Whittingham will give an opening remark, and then we will open up the floor for questions. Please state your name and media outlet when asking a question, and we have mic runners on both sides. Coach Witt?
Okay, disappointing loss. Credit Penn State, a complete football team, played well. Really made very few mistakes. When you look at us, in our issues in this game, didn't throw the ball efficiently enough, not nearly as efficiently as we've been throwing it all season long. Defense got big played. That's evidenced by over 400 yards of offense by Penn State, only 15 first downs. That's not a lot of first downs, which means they're getting some big chunk yardage plays, which was definitely led to our demise. -2 in the turnover margin. It's tough to win when you're -2 there. So a lot of things that we needed to do better. But again, Penn State, give them credit. They played well. The quarterback was exceptional. High completion percentage, threw for a bunch of yards, ran the ball efficiently enough. We did a decent job running the ball as well, but like I said, our lack of production throwing the football was really off the pace tonight. Our guys played hard though, proud of them. Just have to keep coming back to this game till we get it right. It took us 3 times in the Pac-12 championship before we got the win, so we got to make sure that we try to continue to give in. Now I know the landscape's changing. The Rose Bowl's not going to be in the traditional spot, but whatever New Year's Six Bowl we can get back to, we got to figure that out. Or the CFP, one of the two. But love the team that we got coming back next year. Got a lot of talented players, and looking forward to working with them. But a lot of positives this season. Back-to-back Pac-12 champions. 10-win season. It's only been done, I believe, 6 or 7 times in the program's history, and a second appearance in the Rose Bowl. So as disappointed as we are, and as bitter, that this is. Still a lot to build on, and that definitely the season overall was a step in the right direction for our program, and we got to continue that. So that's where we're at.
Thank you, Coach Whittingham. We'll now open up the floor for questions. Please raise your hand. We'll start here on the left.
Yeah, Kyle. Josh for KSL.com. Kyle, 2-part question. Are you able to say what the injury is to Cam, and also did you ever consider putting in Nate?
The injury to Cam is a leg injury. Doesn't look good, I can tell you that. We'll wait for confirmation from the medical people at a later date, either tonight or tomorrow. Looks like it could be something that takes a while to recover from. So that's not positive right now. What was the second part of your question? Nate, Bryson had been taking all the reps with the 2s. Nate had a few plays in a package for him that we just didn't get to tonight. And so Bryson was the guy that we felt gave us, at least tonight, the best chance to move the football.
Okay, next question's from the front here.
Hey, Coach. Crystal Rich, KTLA. Hard-fought game, especially in that first half. Following up on Cam, how hard was it to see him go down once again?
Yeah, it breaks my heart. And, he's such a warrior and such a fierce competitor. He'll be back, I can promise you that, from the injury. Hopefully he's back with us. That's to be determined. But he'll work his way back. And it almost seemed to, we lost a little bit of our mojo when that happened. We had a little bit of a deflation on our team, and that's not the right way to respond. We needed to respond better than we did. And, it's unfortunate that we didn't, that we had the drop-off that we did.
Okay, our next question will be in the middle right there in the white.
Cameron Nia from the Swarm Tribune. Coach, you told me in the pregame press conference your confidence in the tight ends you had backing up Kincaid, but unfortunately, aside from the touchdown, they weren't really involved that much in the passing game. Could you explain how that went down?
Yeah, well, we did drop a couple passes at the tight end position, but Dalton Kincaid is in my opinion, he's the best receiving tight end in the nation, and so tough to replicate what he brings to the offense. Brant Keithy, has been gone several weeks, same thing, but Thomas, Taniela, Logan Kendall, they were not big factors tonight, but it wasn't just them. Like I said, the entire throw game as a whole was just not what it needed to be. And as coaches, we got to coach it better and put them in better position to get more production there.
Okay, our next question is from the back right.
Hey, Cal. Anthony Green from KABC. Just on those two big plays that Penn State had offensively, what did you see on that? And is it difficult at all for a defense when they give up those two big plays to really stay positive the rest of the game?
Yeah, so what was the primary question?
Yeah, just what did you see on those two big plays that they had?
Yeah, well, we got cut out of a gap on the big run. It was, it was a defense where we committed essentially, everybody but the corners who were in coverage to the box. And one of our up front guys got cut out by their tight end. The tight end did a great job. If you watch the replay, our defensive guys looking over to the sideline trying to see if we're going to be changing the call. They snapped the ball when his head was to the sideline, which didn't allow him to get a very good opportunity to play the block scheme. So that was the issue there. The other play, the long pass, was a double move. It was cover two structure, and safety just got a little bit too aggressive on the first slant move and went right by us, and it was, 60, 70-yard play. The run was, 80, 85 yards. So those two plays right there were very damaging, but we just got to coach them better, like I said.
Our next question is here in the front row.
Dennis Freeman, News for Us Online. Coach Whittingham, did Penn State's physicality bother you at all?
No, I felt we matched their physicality. I don't think that was a problem. That's evidenced in the run game. Like I said, they did a decent job running the ball, as we did. I don't think that was something that was a factor in the game. It was mistakes by our defense at critical times and big plays, like I said, which we typically don't give up. We're usually very good keeping things in front of us and not giving up big plays, as evidenced by our #1 ranking in the Pac-12 in defense this year. But tonight just weren't good enough limiting big plays by the opponent.
Okay, our next question will be on the left-hand side here.
For Karine and Devon, disappointment of the game aside, these 2 years that Utah's been in the Rose Bowl and being able to play in this game, and as Coach alluded to, kind of the landscape is changing. Is there anything that you kind of take away from just, I guess, the appreciation of being able to play on this stage?
Yeah, I mean, we're obviously grateful to have made it to the Rose Bowl for the second year in a row, and like Coach Witt said, there's a lot of positive from this season and the season before, but it's definitely disappointing the way it ended this year.
Yeah, I agree with Corinne. Going back-to-back Rose Bowls, not a lot of people say they can do that, but at the same time, we wish we would have executed better to come out as Rose Bowl champions. It doesn't matter how many times you come to the Rose Bowl, it's better when you win one. So we could come 100 times. If we don't win one, it doesn't really mean that much. So I feel execution-wise we could have done better. But it's credit to Penn State. They played a really good game, and we're just going to get back to the drawing board and start preparing for next season.
Okay. Our next question will be from here in the middle.
Sammy Moore at utezone.com. Devon, what was the message in the huddle when Cam went down with this offense?
I felt like this message was the same thing we said last year when Cam went down in the fourth quarter. Brycey came in and we said, we're trusting you. You're going to be our leader. You're going to lead us in the offense, and we're going to give everything we can. And then a lot of people were even saying the same thing, like, we're doing this for Cam, we're doing this for the fans. And we just wanted to make sure that we kept our heads up. As Coach said, the morale kind of was deflated a little bit when we did see our captain go down. But I give credit to Bryson. He kept his head in it. He kept trying to pick us up even when everybody was kind of down, trying to lead us and trying to get something to go.
Okay, we have time for 2 more questions. We have one in the back right there.
PK, KSL. Kyle, do you think how much, or tell us how much you think the loss of Clark Phillips maybe hurt?
Well, Clark's a tremendous player. Certainly would have helped to have him in the, back there in the secondary. But, he wasn't there. So, like I said, it's next man up mentality. And we missed him, but he's got a bright future ahead of him at the next level, and we wish him all the best. And he gave us so much while he was here during his time at Utah, and we appreciate everything he did for our program. And like I said, you're going to be watching him for years to come, in my opinion.
Okay. If we don't have any more questions, I'd like to thank Coach Whittingham and both student athletes for joining us.
Okay,
Thank you.